Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. I seek refuge with Allah from the shaitan, the stone. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. With the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The topic is what Al-Quran says about Ashhurul Hurum, the sacred or the forbidden months. That's the topic. Before I discuss the ayahs related to this topic, I will just discuss few concepts as to the times, because the month is basically there are two types of months in the world. One is the solar system and one is the lunar system. The solar system, the timings by virtue the Muslims or the mankind lives is by the solar system, by the sun. The earth revolving around its axis is 1 day. If it completes a one circle, it's 1 day. And once it completes its orbit, it's a year, when the earth revolves around the sun. So year, months, days and seconds and timings and minutes are obtained by the solar system, are the solar days. Similarly, when the moon revolves on its axis and it goes around the earth, it's a lunar day or the lunar months. So generally in the whole world, mostly people know only the solar system. But we Muslims are not only following the solar system, lunar days and solar days. Some of the Muslim brothers have propagated as the lunar calendar to the non-Muslims, as they follow the lunar days only. To make a correction is that when we follow the timings of the salah or the prayer, we follow the solar system. It's by the sun. So when we offer salah or establish the salah, the prayer, we are following the solar system. So the day, we follow the day and night prayers by solar system, the timings of the prayers. But once we follow the month of Ramadan and the month of Hajj, that Eid and Ramadan and Eid and Hajj and Baqreed, these are followed by the lunar system. So Muslims are following both systems. The prayers are being ordained by the solar system or the watch or what our lives are, that if I ask you, how many years you have lived on this planet Earth, what is your age? So you say, I am so many years. That is by the solar system. So in the Quran you can find both of these are discussed. But what the topic is, what are those sacred months or the Ashhurul Hurum, sacred months? So first I have to introduce to you the two systems. That is why I'm telling you these two types of systems are known. So there are 12 months in a lunar year and there are 12 months in a solar year. There is no difference. But the difference is their timings. 20 days, 10 days, lunar year is less in a year. There's a difference of 10 days in a lunar year. Solar days, incompatible. So that is why the months of the lunar months are keep on changing in solar year. The lunar months in a year, solar year, the lunar months are keep on changing. That is why you see Ramadan have come in summer, winter. So because of they're following the lunar days, and the solar days are by the sun. So there is a difference in it of 10 days. So in 12 months in a solar day and 12 months in a lunar day, what are those holy months or the sacred months, or what are those forbidden months? That's our topic. Because in generally, there is a difference of opinions in the forbidden month or the sacred months or the holy months. There is a difference in the opinions of the Muslim scholars. So I would like to tell you what is known to mankind, and when we'll analyze the ayats in relation to the forbidden months or the sacred months, we can understand what is mentioned by the mankind of Muslims for these months and what is mentioned in the Quran, and we'll analyze. The first month in the, if you open the page, first page in the booklet, where it is mentioned lunar months of a year. Lunar months of the year, that page. These are the months, generally a calendar that has been derived by the Muslims. It has been from the old times. First I will read this, I will just read it and then we'll discuss. The first month in the Muslim calendar is Muharram, the first month. The second month is the Safar. The third is the Rabiul Awwal. The fourth is Rabiul Sani. The five is Jamadil Awwal. The sixth is Jamadil Thani. The seventh is Rajab. The eighth is Shaban. The ninth is Ramadan. The 10th is Shawwal. The 11th is Dhul Qa'ad. And the 12th is Dhul Hijjah. These are the 12 months known to mankind in a calendar. The first, if you look at the first two months, I would like to tell you that there has been change in the names by a certain group of people, and now they are become famous. Normally in the so-called pre-Islamic era, they say the first was Safar, the Safrul Awwal. That was generally accepted in the world. That is Safrul Awwal, which people have changed it into Muharram. So now the Safrul Awwal has become as famous as Muharram. Number two was Safrul Sani. They made it into Safar. This was generally have changed according to the historians. They say this change occurred after the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam advent. Then they made this Safrul Awwal into Muharram and Safrul Sani into Safar. But if you look at the pattern, you will see that the first was Safrul Awwal, the second was Safrul Sani, the third was Rabiul Awwal, the fourth was Rabiul Sani, the fifth was Jamadil Awwal, the sixth was Jamadul Sani. So if you look at the pattern, it appears to be that was the right way of the so-called the calendar, that was the name was mentioned and that it was carried like this. But the first two change by a given time. Now, this was the first contradiction in the names by itself. The people have changed the names. The second is that what is the sacred or the holy months accepted by the mankind generally. So I will give you two opinions. The first is, people say the first is Muharram, or you can say Safrul Awwal, a group of people. Then the second is Rajab. You can note down, the first is Safrul Awwal or Muharram, and the second is Rajab. The third is Dhul Qa'ad, and the fourth is Dhul Hijjah. These are the 4 months generally accepted by the so-called Muslim community as the most holy months or the forbidden months or the sacred months by a group and a class of people. Then the other second opinion is, the other opinion, you can again note down that the other opinion is, the first is Safrul Awwal or Muharram, the second is Safrul Sani or Safar, the two, second, the third is Rabiul Awwal, and the fourth is Dhul Qa'dah, that is the last 12 month. Sorry, I'm sorry, Dhul Qa'dah, no, the Dhul Hijjah. I'm sorry, not Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, the fourth. This is the other group of people. I repeat, the first is Safrul Awwal, Muharram, the second is Safar Sani, the third is Rabiul Awwal, the third itself, and Dhul Hijjah, that is the fourth month. This another group of people are accepting these are the 4 holy months or the forbidden or the sacred months. These are 2 classes of people generally accepting as the holy or the forbidden months. Now, I would also like to tell you the word haram or haram in Arabic is basically the meaning of haram is forbidden, the basic meaning. And the second meaning or the synonym meaning is sacred or holy, but more accurate is forbidden. Look, like the eating of the flesh of a swine is haram. When I say haram, it means forbidden. But if you say the 4 months, in 4 months, what is forbidden? And why the months are forbidden? That's the topic. Why the months are forbidden? Why the month? We don't eat the flesh of a swine because it is a forbidden meat. It is a haram meat. So why the months are forbidden? So months are not doing anything. The months are forbidden because we people calculate the time. So what will happen in those months, we will analyze. But before we come to that directly, I will read the first ayah, the timings, and then we will discuss the topic. The first is Surah Younus 10 and ayah 5. I think that's the first page. Surah Younus 10 and ayah 5. هو الذي جعل الشمس ضياء والقمر نورا وقدره منازل لتعلموا عدد السنين والحساب ما خلق الله ذلك إلا بالحق يفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون. It is He who has made the sun shining and the moon to be a light or reflection, and He has evaluated its lunar mansion, that is each of the 28 divisions of the ecliptic occupied by the moon on successive days, for you to know the number of the years and the calculations. Allah has not created that except with the truth. He has explained the ayat signs in detail for the people to know, people who know. In this ayah, if you note, Allah is mentioning about the sun as a shining and the moon as a reflection. Its nature, the sun itself shines. There is something, it's burning itself, the sun. But that sunlight, when it comes on the moon, moon is just a reflector of that sunlight. So it's a light, moon is a light, is a reflection, nur, of the sun rays. By itself it's not boiling like sun is boiling of fire, too much of balls of fireballs within the sun. But moon is not like that. So the sun that reflects onto the moon, so moon gives a reflection and you can see the moon. So moon is a reflection. But Allah is telling us that you should calculate the timings of the year and general timings by the sun and moon. There are other verses of the ayahs in the Quran also that we have made this for calculation of time. Here also, عدد السنين وحساب. عدد السنين means years and hisab is calculation. So you can calculation the timings. So mankind had studied and they have made a watch following the sun timings, solar timings. So you know what's the time now and what's the time now in minutes and seconds. That is by the rotation of the earth around its orbit and around its axis around the sun. So you have calculated. Allah say you calculate the years and timings from the moon and the sun both. So this ayat is only telling us that the hisab, other the sinin and hisab, you can done by these by the sun and the moon both, especially the moon for the lunar days and sun for the solar days. This was this, by virtue we only understand this point from here. And Allah has not created except with the truth. He has explained the ayat signs in detail for the people who know, so that you can calculate the timings of the years and timings of the people. This is only, I have to mention this ayah. Now the specific topic now for ayahs for our topic is what are those months or the holy or forbidden months. Next ayah. Surah Tauba 9 and Ayah 36. Sorry, yes. Surah Tauba 9, Ayah 36. Inna iddat ash-shuhuri inda Allah. Inna iddat ash-shuhuri inda Allah. Ithna ashra shahran fi kitabillah. Yawma khalaqa as-samawati wal ard. Minha arba'atun hurum. ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم وقاتلوا المشركين كافة كما يقاتلونكم كافة واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين. Surely the number of the months in the nearness of Allah are 12 months in the book of Allah. The day He created the skies and the earth from those. 4 are sacred, holy, forbidden. That is established judgment. So you do not oppress yourself, soul, psyche in them by fighting, and you fight the mushrik associates entirely like that they fight you entirely. And know that Allah is with those who guard themselves. Now I will go by page continuously, portions, so to establish the 4 months. Just I will read this. In this ayah I will explain you in detail afterwards. But first I am just telling you, in this ayah we have come to know that there are 4 holy or sacred forbidden months. The Arabic word is Minha arba'atun hurum. Minha, in the year there are 4 months, arba hurum. Arbatun hurum, 4 months forbidden. This whole verse I will explain in detail, just to make you the point in your mind that from where we got that 4 are forbidden. In this ayah, Minha arbatun hurum, 4 are forbidden. So from this verse I will explain you in detail. Afterwards you go to the next page to understand what about the 4 months. Just next page. I'll just read few points to show you how we establish what are those 4 months. In Surah Al-Baqara 2, Ayah 194, Ash-Sharul Haramu Bish-Sharil Haram Wal Hurumatu Qisas فَمَنِ اعْتَدَى عَلَيْكُمْ فَاعْتَدُوا عَلَيْهِ بِمِثْلِ مَا اعْتَدَى عَلَيْكُمْ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. The sacred, holy, forbidden month is with the sacred, holy, forbidden month, and the sanctities have relations. So whosoever aggresses on you, so you aggress on him with the example of what he aggresses on you. And take guard of Allah, and know that Allah is with those who guard themselves. So again, I am reading few portion. In this ayah, I am just telling you one little portion. Ash-Sharul Haram Bish-Sharil Haram. The forbidden month or the sacred month is with the sacred, holy or forbidden month. Just this much. Before ayat, in that previous ayat, we understood there are 4 forbidden sacred months. 4. So we are trying to find out from the Quran what are those 4 months. That's the discussion or the topic from the Quran. So we come to know from this verse, ayah, that Ash-Sharul Haram Bish-Sharil Haram, that the forbidden month is with the forbidden month. They are with the forbidden month. Forbidden month is with the forbidden month, meaning they are interconnected. You understand what I'm saying? That the forbidden month is with the forbidden month. They are interconnected. They are not separate like we have read before. I explained to you that the people are thinking the first is the Muharram, the second is the Rajab. So there is a month of 7 months. Rajab is the 7th month. The first month is Muharram. The 7th is Rajab. So it is not with the forbidden month. It is not with, because the ayah says Ash-Sharul Haramu Bish-Sharil Haram. The forbidden month is with the forbidden month. But when we come to the last 2 months, Dhul Qa'ada and Dhul Hijjah, Dhul Qa'ada is the 11th month. 11th month and 12th month Dhul Hijjah. They are two together. They are two together. This is the Quran says Ash-Sharul Haram Bishar Haram. Forbidden month is with the forbidden month. But the first month is Muharram or Safrul Awwal, the first month in the lunar calendar, first month. I read first month is the Safrul Awwal or the Muharram. Then the seventh month is the Rajab. They say is forbidden. So first is Muharram, the seventh is Rajab, and Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah is the two 11 and 12. So these two are together, but first and 7 are not together. But Allah says Ash-Sharul Haram Bishar Haram. Forbidden month is with the forbidden month. So we understand by reading this only. I am not discussing in detail. I'm just trying to establish that the forbidden month is with the forbidden month, and there are 4 forbidden months. There are 4 forbidden months, but they should be with each other, together. So we have found out by reading the ayahs and what people are saying, the 2 months are together. But 1 and 7 and these two are not together. They are separate. So they cannot be forbidden. Now if you read further, I'm just reading it. I will come back again, read the whole ayahs and explain the whole ayahs afterwards. Then the further ayat is Surah Al-Baqara 2 and ayah 185. Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran hudan lin-nas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal-furqan faman shahida minkum ash-shahra falyasumhu. Ramadan is the month in which Al-Quran is revealed as a guide for mankind and for the clarification from guidance and from the criterion. So amongst you whosoever witnessed that month, then he should fast in it. Now 1 month by the name Ramadan is mentioned in the Quran. I read to you 12 months. There were total in a lunar days, lunar month, lunar calendar or lunar year, there are 12 months. And in that, only 1 month is mentioned in the Quran is Ramadan. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was sent down. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am asking all of you, don't you or won't you call this as the forbidden or the sacred or holy month? Come on. Ramadan is holy or forbidden or sacred month? So we have come to know Ramadan is mentioned by name in the Quran, and this is the so-called the first month we have come to know from the Quran. The month name is mentioned by itself is the forbidden or the holy or the sacred month. The first month, Ramadan. I'm not saying first is but we know from the calendar that Ramadan is the 9th month in the calendar. 9th month. In the lunar month, year, this is the 9th month, Ramadan. We know this. So by the principle, Allah is, what we know, we have come to know from the Quran, the 1 month is Ramadan, and that is forbidden and sacred. We have come to know from the Quran. Further, we have already come to know there are 4 sacred or forbidden months. 4. We know this from the Quran. There are 4 sacred months. And we have come to know by the reading of these few ayahs that Ramadan is the forbidden holy month. We have come to know this. Now, we have read 1 ayah, 4 we know and 1 we know Ramadan. And Allah says sacred month is with the sacred month.